Robbie here, AFTV. What can I say? Let me just say that, as you can see, I wasn't at the game today. For that, I am absolutely fuming, and I'm going to tell you why in a minute, right? But on the other hand, I'm absolutely buzzing, and I'm very, very happy with the result that we got today, beating Crystal Palace by a 1-0. First of all, let me explain to you why I wasn't at the game. I know it's an unusual occurrence, but what happened was I've been in Egypt since last week Thursday. Big up to Frexham Bank. I was at their event. Everything planned brilliantly. Get back into the UK at midday, and then from Heathrow Airport, go straight to the game, be there for the game, do the fan cams after, as usual. However, a certain Egypt Air, right, weren't playing ball. Even though the flight boarded on time, even though everybody was ready to go on time, the plane sat on the runway for over 2 hours. Right now, I still don't know why it sat there for that time, because they didn't tell us. Everybody on the plane were moaning and saying, what's going on? The stewardess didn't seem to, none of the stewardesses had an idea as to why the plane weren't moving or why the plane was stuck there. They came later on with some little half-hearted, there was a couple of issues. What issues? Honestly, it was an absolute shambles. And it meant that when I got back to the UK, the game had actually started. It was 5 minutes in, and I was absolutely fuming. You nearly had a Jet 2 incident with me. That's how, thank you, Lord, for keeping my composure, because I was, you don't understand, to miss a game like this, as important as this, how horrible it is. But listen, the main thing is I got home safely and we got the win. And it was a really hard-fought win. How I had to watch the game, by the way, is when I got out of the airport, I had to pull over somewhere and watch it on my phone, on Sky Go. So thank God for that. I only missed about, say, 15 minutes of the game, but did get to see the Eze goal, brilliant goal, and did get to see the first half and the second half before then driving home. Yeah, it was a very, very hard-fought win. It's not like Palace, were all over us. I thought, actually, you know what, when I'm thinking about it, in the first half, Palace were kind of the better team. We were very sloppy. It's like we had a hangover from the excellent performance against Atletico Madrid. We kept giving the ball away. We were just sloppy. We were lackluster. I mean, it was really surprising when you consider the energy and the way we played against Atletico Madrid. When you compared it to our performance in that first half today, we were so flat. Even the crowd was flat. It just felt really flat. And Palace were on top, even though they didn't really create much, because I don't think they had a shot on target in that first half. But they were on top. And it was kind of against the run of play that we got the goal. And yet again, from another set piece. And listen, as I keep saying to people, it's important, set pieces, as you can see today. When you're playing against a dogged, resilient team like Crystal Palace, who are very hard to score against, you're going to have to find another way. Great delivery in again, and the ball falls out to Eze. And I've got to say, what an unbelievable finish. I think one of the few people in Arsenal's team on the pitch who could have done that finish, because the ball was bouncing up high. And the way he got over it and just drilled it into the corner, I mean, that was a fantastic goal. His debut goal in the Premier League at the Emirates, and it comes against his old club. How ironic that it's going to be against Crystal Palace. He's still got a great reception from all of the Palace fans and everything, but that was a big, big goal. It looked like, the way the game was going, that it weren't going to be a high-scoring game, and it was going to be settled by one, maybe 2 goals. And that was a huge goal. Arsenal went in at half-time at 1-0. Probably didn't deserve to be 1-0 up, but 1-0 up. And then in the second half, I've got to say, for me, Arsenal stepped it up. We were playing really, really well. Should really have got that second goal. Again, could have been a bit sharper in certain areas. But we were hunting that second goal. We looked likely, but then with about 15 minutes to go, it looked like we just sort of said, right, let's just settle for this draw. Let's dig in for this draw. Lots of changes made, defensive players thrown on, and we managed to see it out without much. Listen, when it's 1-0, it's always dangerous because a team can score, especially a team like Palace with a guy like Mateta up front. But we managed the game brilliantly, and we managed to see home a massive, massive 3 points and a massive 1-0 win. It wasn't a great game. I've got to say that right now. It wasn't a great game. But right now, when you look at that table, do you care? Because I don't. But it wasn't a great game, and it wasn't a good performance by Arsenal, and they're going to have to play a lot better. Some of the players that were really flat today, I thought Saka was really flat today. I mean, he got taken off. Wasn't great. Declan Rice went off. He was playing really well, by the way, Declan Rice, but he had to come off the pitch. I'm hoping that that's not a bad injury. And also Saliba came off as well. But yet again, the strength in depth showed. I thought Mosquera came on, did really, really well. Hincapia managed to come on and get minutes. He looked decent when he came on. Lewis Skelly. I mean, there's strength in depth in this team. The players who performed well, I thought Trossard up front was probably the better of the forward players today, especially in the second half, maybe not in the first half. Gyökeres worked really hard, but he's got to work on that touch, and we've got to get some better balls into him. I mean, he never seems to get a good ball that he can actually run onto and do something, you know what I mean? And he was well marshalled today by the Crystal Palace defenders. I thought that Lacroix did really well against him. He only really got past him once, and then even then Lacroix sort of recovered it. So it was another quiet one for Gyökeres. He got 2 goals in the week. He would have been hoping to build upon that, but he wasn't able to do so. And, the defenders did well. Gabriel, brilliant in defence, yet again. Calafiori, decent. Timber, very, very good, as usual, as we say every single game. And the goalkeeper didn't really have a lot to do, but again, another clean sheet. And listen, good defences win you leagues. Look at Liverpool yesterday, how poor their defending was. Look at City today, their defending. So, and City at one stage in that game, they apparently had 80% possession at one stage of the game in the first half, but it's about getting the result. And right now, Arsenal sit on top of the league. And what a fantastic weekend it's been for Arsenal. First of all, Chelsea dropped points. I was over in Egypt and I could not believe the Liverpool result. Right? I mean, I knew that they were going to be given a lot of problems by Brentford, but Brentford, and I watched the highlights of the game, deserved to win that game. Liverpool really in trouble at the moment. So we extended the gap over them to 7 points. 6 points ahead of Man City now. I mean, it's been a fantastic weekend for Arsenal. We just got to keep getting these wins. When you're not playing well, just win the game. Even if you've got to win it ugly. And I think today was one of them sort of ugly wins that Arsenal got done. So listen, even though I missed the game, probably I didn't miss the best game in the world, but I don't care. I mean, I'm absolutely gutted that I missed the game. And missed Eze's first goal. You know what I mean? In the flesh, to be there and see it in the flesh. First goal in the Premier League. But massive goal by Eze. And again, another one of his new signings delivering. I mean, we've seen the problems Liverpool have been having with their new signings. A lot of our ones have been hitting the ground running. Look at Mosquera today again. So anyway, it's not a game that we're going to be talking about for a very long time. But the most significant thing is, in a weekend when Liverpool drop points, you know what I mean? When Chelsea dropped points, when Man City dropped points, Arsenal got the 3 points and are looking good at the top of the table. Still a long way to go, but a significant victory. Sorry I went at the game today. Cecil's been holding the fort. He actually read my ticket as well today, right? But sorry I wasn't at the game. But listen, most importantly was the win. Don't forget, I'll be here in the morning with Forever Arsenal. We'll be discussing the game, and I'll be giving you a bigger insight into the fiasco that is Egypt here, right? We'll discuss them tomorrow. But listen, thanks for watching this little interview, my little fan cam, and Well done, Arsenal.
GFN Soccer TV, with all your favourite shows in one place, is now live in the UK with Samsung TV Plus.